Hi everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Crystal and today we're going to go through my July makeup and beauty favorites. You guys seem to really love my June makeup and beauty favorites, so I thought I would have this as my first video that I released for the month of August, just doing a recap on all of my favorites from last month and yeah, telling you guys about what I've been loving and what I'm hoping to continue using into next month. So before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you like these favorites videos that I'm releasing every single month at the moment. I'm really enjoying filming it for you guys. Also, don't forget to go and follow me over on Instagram. I will have my handles on the screen for you guys to go and check me out over there. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so the first item I want to talk to you guys about is actually an item that's currently in my project pan. If you're not following me on my project pan journey, I will have my most recent video up here in the cards for you guys to go and check out. But the item is by Fenty Beauty. It is the Pro Filter loose powder in the shade Butter. I absolutely adore this powder. It's this really beautiful yellow shade, so I love it for under the eyes. It really does airbrush any concealer. Just so I don't spill it, I'll keep it a fair way back, but it's just this beautiful banana shade. The name's Butter, so it looks like butter, but it's erring on the side of a muted banana shade. I know there was a phase where everybody was like obsessed with like the yellow under eye powders to really brighten their under eyes, but I feel like this is a happy medium between that kind of craze and like a regular setting powder. So if you haven't had a chance to try this, I actually really adore it. You get so much product. You get literally 28 grams of product in one of these containers. That's so much translucent powder. I'm trying to get through a whole one of these by the end of the year. I did originally have the lavender shade in my project pan as well. I honestly don't think I will get through both. Just with the current situation, I'm not really wearing makeup as often as I normally would. If I was wearing it daily, I probably would get through both of them, but I honestly think I'm only going to get through the one. But it's actually been fantastic, so I highly recommend this particular product if you haven't given it a go. Fenty's really starting to grow on me. There was a phase there where I'd purchased a lot of her stuff and I just kind of got over it, but now it's starting to grow on me again. So if you have anything to recommend that I try from Fenty, definitely let me know in the comments below because I would love to know what your recommendations are. So the next product is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Rose. This is in the cute pink packaging. Like, how gorgeous is that? I think this is absolutely stunning. It's got a really nice mister on it. It's I think retailing for about $38 a piece. This particular one is fantastic. So my skin loves rose. So I've mentioned it a couple of times on my channel, I'm an oily combination skin kind of girl, and the regular MAC Fix Plus doesn't work well for my skin type. It actually makes me oil up, but there's something about this particular Fix Plus that really settles well with my skin type. I think it's the rose water. I don't know how it balances it out, but somehow it does something. That there's something magical in this that really does work for oily to combination skin. So if you haven't had a go at trying this and you've always wondered why the regular Fix Plus hasn't worked for you, maybe there's some magic in here that you can try. Definitely give it a go. It's not too expensive and it lasts forever. So the next item is a eyeshadow palette. This one's, I haven't really mentioned this one on my channel actually, I don't think, but it's the Huda Beauty Medium Nude palette. So it just looks like this. The packaging on this is absolutely amazing. And then on the inside, it just looks like this. And I just think it is so stunning. So you get an array of shades in here, mattes and shimmers. I don't really see myself being particularly drawn to the shimmers in this palette, but the mattes in this palette are fantastic. So I honestly think it's your standard Huda Beauty formula. I love all of Huda's palettes. I have quite a few of them. I just am such a fan of her as an artist, as a makeup brand, just as a person. I'm really a huge fan of Huda, but the mattes in this palette are so beautiful. They're so creamy and they're just super opaque, but they're not to a point where it's like uncomfortable. Like, you know how things can sometimes be super pigmented and then you struggle to blend them out and it's just like really uncomfortable. So this is a really good everyday palette. So she has the light, medium and the deep. I was drawn to the medium because it had like the browns that I would use on an everyday basis, and the packaging is glorious. Like, it's so cute and it wasn't too expensive either. Her 9-pan palettes are actually not too bad. So I've mentioned this particular foundation on my channel quite a bit. It is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade Cashew. So So for the month of July, I've actually been loving another version of this kind of foundation. It's the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation. So this one's in the shade Tawny. I'm wearing this right now. So I find that I can't use this foundation until the very latter end of my fake tan. So right now my fake tan, like, it needs to come off tomorrow. Like, desperately needs to come off. Whereas this one works for me at the beginning of my fake tan. Honestly, I just mix them together if I need to kind of alter the shade at all. But honestly, these foundations are so good. But I've just been loving the more luminous version this month. It's just been so, I don't know, refreshing to try something new. And I know the packaging of this is so cute as well. I've been having it out on my vanity and reminding myself to use it, and I've really been enjoying it. Okay, so sticking with the face products that I have been enjoying this month, I have been loving the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I haven't used this too often on my channel in terms of like tutorials and stuff like that. I use this more for my everyday kind of life, just because this shade, which is the shade Vanilla, is more matching to my skin tone when I'm fake tanned. I can use it now as more of a brightening kind of concealer, but earlier on in the piece I can't really do that because it does have a slight amount of oxidization when you put it on the skin, and it unfortunately oxidizes to a shade that kind of blends in with my foundation. And I really like to have a bright under eye that kind of shifts the dimension of my face, and I just don't feel like this particular shade I can use cohesively throughout my application of my foundation when I'm fake tanning. So I do love it though. As a consistency and as a formula, it's really beautiful. I've had this for a while. The packaging is like so nice. It's just like a miniature version of the foundation, which I have had in the past, and the doe foot on this is like enormous. Like, look at how big that is. So it's really beautiful just to pop under the eyes, and like this thick packaging up here, I don't know, it just feels really nice in the hand. Like, I feel like you're not only paying for a product, you're paying for like an experience. But yeah, this is really great. I find that I can just spot conceal with that product and I'm good to go. So yeah, love that one. And also the last face product that I want to talk to you guys about is the Hollywood Flawless Filter Primer. I think this is, I don't know, the packaging has like rubbed off, if you can see there, like it's completely rubbed off, but I know it's the Flawless Filter something, the Hollywood Flawless Filter, we're just gonna call it that. So this one is in the shade Light 2. Again, luxury packaging. I think the reason why it's rubbed off is because like when I'm doing this and it's like it's foiled on, it's not actually like in the packaging itself, but again, it's got one of those like doe foot applicators like this one just here, and it has that really thick like piece that sits in your hand when you apply it to your skin. But honestly, this thing is so beautiful. I got this last year when I was in England. It's such a luxurious old school kind of piece of makeup. It reminds me of my mother's makeup when I was a little girl, with the rose gold and I don't know, the chevron kind of look to it. I just think it's stunning. It's super weighted. It's a glass packaging, and look, it was expensive. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly the ballpark figure that I paid for this because I did buy it when I was in England, so I don't know if I saved money or not. But anyway, I love this. The girls at Charlotte Tilbury over in England were beautiful. I was staying in Newcastle. I got this from the Fenwick in Newcastle upon Tyne over in England. I'm not quite sure if anybody will ever see this video from that store, but hi if you do. You guys were fantastic, and thank you so much for pointing me in this direction because I love it. It literally makes you look so glowy, makes you look so luminous and just awake and fresh, and I love it. So that's been a favorite of mine for last month. And the next item I want to talk about is by MAC. This is a blush. It's in the shade Mocha. I've been obsessed with this particular blush. I'm not quite sure if it's showing up true, but it's this beautiful like dusty pink mauvey blue based kind of nude, but I absolutely adore this. I adore this kind of shade for my lips. I adore this kind of shade for my face. I like it on my eyes. This is just kind of like a universal pink that works really well for an array of different skin tones. And a MAC blush, you get so much product in this. They last forever. This is in the old packaging. I've had it that long, but I don't care. Honestly, a blush lasts a lot longer than other products I don't even think this has an expiration date on the packet itself, which is a bit odd. But yeah, I've been loving this shade for every day. I don't have it on at the moment because I'm currently wearing a lot of my Project Pan items, but I do love this blush. And if you haven't had a chance to try out the MAC formula, I definitely recommend going out and trying it because it's fantastic. Okay, a couple more to go. I really want to talk about this particular lash brand. So this is Alina Lash. So they are a brand that is here in Australia. They currently run a business out of Gippsland. So I'm based in Gippsland. They have an eyelash extension studio and they also have their own fake eyelashes. So this is the packaging. It's so beautiful. It's got a really beautiful rose gold backdrop on it, so that's probably what's reflecting with my ring light, but I just think that these are stunning. So these are in the shade Cara. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. They're so extreme. I'm actually wearing these on my eyes right now. So if you were wondering, I'm actually wearing this exact type, Cara. So they just look like this. And they're so fluffy. They're so beautiful. I really like the thick lash band on them. And like literally the packaging is to die for. It comes in such a bougie little pink silk pouch thing. It's so nice. And yeah, I just love to support local brands, and especially because Australia is going through obviously the issues with the pandemic at the moment. I want to do as much for the local community as I possibly can, and if buying my false eyelashes does that, then that's what I'm going to do. Beautiful brand, beautiful lashes, definitely worth the time. So the next item that I want to talk about that I've been loving for this month is also from Makeup Forever. This is the Starlit powder in the shade 13. Now I love this for two reasons. The first reason is that you can use this on your eyelids with a cut crease and it looks absolutely stunning. But then second of all, I'll just do a swatch for you guys, which that was absolutely terrible. Let me see if I can do a better one. The second reason why I love this particular product is because you can actually use it as a highlighter. So can you guys see the reflection on that? Like, I don't even know if it's really showing what it can do, but literally it's so beautiful. So you can use this on the lid and like really amp up a look, or you can use it on the tops of your cheekbones and down the bridge of your nose and use it as a highlighter. So it's multi-use. There's heaps of different shades that Makeup Forever have, but my favorite shade, like I said, is this one, which is 13. It's stunning. I think I heard Manny MUA talk about this like years ago. When this was having its moment, this was something that was talked about by quite a few different influencers. I was in America at the time when people started talking about it. So that was 2017, I'm pretty sure, off the top of my head. That's when I was in America. So yeah, they've been around for a while and they're still around. You can still get them. I honestly just think that Makeup Forever is a brand that people used to talk about a lot. They don't so much talk about it now, and people really shouldn't sleep on that sort of stuff because they're a fantastic brand. The quality of their stuff is incredible, especially if you're a makeup artist. Like, makeup artist or not a makeup artist, their stuff is absolutely great. And if you have a chance, or if you're in a financial position to try them out, I definitely recommend that you do, because they're just great all around. They've got so many great products and I definitely think that they're worth your time. So the last product that I want to talk about, again, this has been around for ages. It is Benefit by Hoola. I have fallen in love with this bronzer again. Like, I know they kind of were like the gateway to makeup. Like, I feel like a lot of people who have gotten into makeup and really found a career or a love or a passion for makeup have started with Laguna, Hoola, or Soft and Gentle by MAC. Like, they were the beginning of what we are now. So I found makeup for the first time in 2013. I was going through some personal struggles at the time. Maybe one day I'll open up about it on my channel, but that's when I found makeup, when I was probably at one of the darkest phases of my life, and it really did help me become the person that I am today. I know that sounds a bit dramatic, but it really has helped me find myself. It really has helped me find a passion for something, and yeah, I just really enjoy it. And I kind of slept on Hoola. Like, I was always a Laguna girl. Like, if you were kind of getting into makeup, you either had Laguna or you had Benefit Hoola, and I was like, I'm a Laguna girl. But I kind of slept on it, and now I have like 4 Hoolas in my collection. This is the jumbo size one. I absolutely smashed through bronzers like it's going out of fashion. So this is the shade here. So it's just your standard Benefit Hoola. This is the original shade. It's a beautiful shade for bronzing and for contouring. And I just, honestly, it's so reliable. I think that's what I'm most passionate about at the moment is super reliable makeup that's going to carry me through, that I don't have to think about repurchasing in the future. Like if I run out of something, because that's my goal right now, I'm really trying to have a more minimalist kind of outlook on everything. I want to condense my collection down to just products that I know are super reliable, that I'm going to pick up and I'm going to love. And I ideally want to condense down to only having 2 to 3 bronzers in my personal use collection period. So basically that's everything that I was loving through the month of July. There isn't absolutely heaps for me to talk about, and all of these things are older, like nothing's brand new and all that sort of stuff. I'm really not into purchasing stuff at the moment. I'm really just into enjoying what I've got and really finding the benefit in the collection that I already have, because it's already quite large, and I think that a lot of you guys are really into that at the moment as well. I think you've noticed on my channel that I've started to talk about minimalist living and my no buy and stuff like that, so you guys seem to really be enjoying that, and I'm actually really enjoying it too. I've done a massive clean out of my clothes. I think that would have to probably be another thing that I have been loving in July. I cleaned out all of my clothes. I had so many items, it's actually a joke. That's pretty much everything from me. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video if you made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and also give this video a big thumbs up. It helps me out so much, you have no idea. And I hope you're all keeping well and you have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys, bye.